Hey, Michelle, good morning. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pratchett. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Oh, I hope you're just as excited as I am to do this presentation today.
Always excited about this.
Oh, it's going to be a great conversation. And just from the looks of it, we have an exciting amount of people joining us.
Yeah, for sure. We will still wait maybe a few more minutes and then we'll start.
Absolutely.
All
Yes.
right.
Yeah, I'll let you give me the go ahead.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. I think Shani is also joining us today. So,
Oh,
uh,
super exciting.
yep. All right. So, all right. So I'll make sure that our recording is actually going on. All right.
Thank you for all of those who are joining us. Just give us a couple of more minutes and then we will get started. You do have a minute or two, grab a cup of coffee, water, iced tea, lemonade, whatever quenches your thirst. Grab a comfortable seat and get ready for a super exciting presentation with myself and my exciting co-host that I'm so thrilled to introduce in another minute or two.
Hey, Shani, good afternoon.
Good
Hey,
afternoon, Shani. Welcome to our presentation today.
thank you, thank you. You can do the presentation and I'll be available for the Q&A.
Oh, how exciting. So those of you that are joining us, we have a very special guest, so please make sure you stay for the entire presentation where we have our CEO joining us for an awesome Q&A.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, Shani, for joining us.
of course.
Folks, make sure you just grab up that last drink that you need, water, coffee, a little snack, because we are about to get started in the next 30 seconds or so.
So Michelle, I'll be like, coming back in like 15 minutes. So please accept me once I'll ping you on Slack.
Of course, most definitely. So thank you for letting me know. Once
All right.
again, thank you,
Uh,
everyone. You ready, Pratchett?
yeah, Michelle, I was thinking we should start now.
Okay, wonderful. Welcome everyone to Elevate Me, our introduction to all of our courses on this beautiful Friday, August 16 afternoon. Thank you for joining us also on a Friday afternoon. We know that you have many places to be, but you have chosen to be with us. So we are very humbled and grateful. My name is Michelle Licata. I am the career coach here at Elevate Me. I am joined by an awesome co-host today. I'm going to turn it over to him to introduce himself. Pratchett.
Hey guys, this is Prajit Shah. I am operations manager here with Elevate Me. I work directly with in the headquarters that is located in Columbus, Ohio. I myself have been working with international students since past maybe 7 years now. Super excited to be here and talk to you guys, interact with you, and explain what we have to bring on the table with Elevate Me. So that's it from my side. Back to you, Michelle.
Thank you so much, Pratchett, for that introduction. Very excited to have him with us, folks. I know he's going to bring a wealth of information to our presentation. So without further ado, let's get into it today. So what is Elevate Me? Maybe some of you have joined us before. Maybe this is your first time. If it is your first time, welcome. We are so excited. Let's get into a little bit about who we are and what we do. Elevate Me is, and we are, disruptors in the marketplace. We are the first online career bootcamp that provides end-to-end solutions designed specifically for international students to find a full-time job in the marketplace. That is why we are disruptors. We are working with specifically the international marketplace to help you achieve your dream. We know how difficult it is to achieve that American dream in the United States. We have an entire team here that has done that. They know what it's like. They have gone through this journey, and we are all here to help you. Our mission is to provide you end-to-end career support as well as personalized technical mentorship, giving you real-world training. We are accredited by the Ohio State Board of Career Colleges. This is incredible. This is something that you can demonstrate on your resume, and it is recognized throughout the entire country. Let's get into a little bit about what we do. I'm sure you're all sitting there very curious. On your resume, of course, this is what you are demonstrating, that you are working hand in hand with your technical mentor in a real-world project, which is mentor-led, specifically designed to give you all of the tech skills that you will need to survive and grow in a career. You are getting and using the theoretical knowledge that you've gained in your master's program, putting it into practical use. That practical use in our real-world project translates into what it's like in a real career, in the real world. What we're also helping you do is build up a very strong portfolio. That portfolio is something that is critical to employers. That's usually sometimes the first thing that they look at. We're aware of this. We help you build it out, develop it, and make it more competitive. This is also done through the Real-Time Project. It's giving you industry experience. That is the key phrase, industry experience. Again, this is what employers are looking for. What we do, job search support, key phrase, right? The marketing. We're also giving you soft skills training. We have a dedicated career services team. You will be working alongside your career coach for personalized one-on-one. You will be developing your soft skills. You will be understanding what it looks like for your resume. You will also be having job application support. I'll get into that a little bit more later. Right, that's my teaser. You're also going to help you get ready for interviews to help you prepare for that full-time job. You will have job application support, so it saves you time to work on everything else. You have the option to place the bootcamp under work experience and list it as a trainee. You will have over 150 hours of work experience. So far, I'm sold. Who else is sold? Right. Because we are so committed to our success, to what we do, to how we do it, we are committed to offering an 8-month money-back guarantee. We are so sure that you will reach your career goals before then. This is why we are offering it. Are we confident that you will secure an opportunity? Absolutely. Are we confident that with the real-time project that you will be working with, mentor-led, that you will secure an opportunity? Absolutely. This is why we are committed to offering this. To have a team that has gone through this process before themselves and is successful, which you will hear from, to know that they are backing this up, to me, that sounds like a great program. But don't take my word for it. Let's learn a little bit more about our awesome Elevate Me Bootcamp. Let's take a look at some of the bootcamp course offerings that Elevate Me provides. You're going to work with a live project that is mentor-led. You're going to go through a live project training from day one. The moment you enroll in our program, you will be immersed in the real-time project. You will have daily stand-ups to learn and work with your group of about 4 to 5. So not only are you understanding what it takes and what it looks like in a real-time project, but you're working with others and gaining, as we shared in the last slide, soft skills, the collaboration, the teamwork, becoming a team player, and how to build up those excellent verbal communication skills. This is all happening in your live project from day one. You're also developing your technical skills. You're getting that foundational technical skills by working with or you can, on an optional capstone project. Not just one, you have the option of doing 2. All of this can go onto your GitHub, and it can go onto your resume, giving you industry experience. Because our mentor understands what it takes to succeed in the real world, he's developed these capstones to be as competitive, if not more competitive, to ensure that you are successful in your interviews and your job. You are building out your portfolio. Throughout the program, you will be building out the portfolio, and then you're making it more competitive. This is something, again, that starts from day one and continues throughout the entire program. As I shared when we first started our presentation, this is something that employers look at. This is something that they can click on when they're looking at your resume first thing, before they even get to your resume. What we do is we help ensure that it looks professional, it speaks to the employers, and you feel confident because you can talk about all of the work that's in there. What we do ensure you is that everything is done honestly, ethically, and we do not fake anything that we put in there. That is also very important, is that everything that is being placed in your portfolio, you actually have done. So nothing is being faked. Your career support. Another thing, right, we can talk about as marketing. You are receiving job search support from day one. So yes, you are being introduced to your live project as well as job search support. You will be working with your career coach in your weekly one-on-ones, understanding exactly what needs to have happened, what are your goals, what are you looking for to help you achieve that job. While marketing can happen as quickly as the end of week 1, it does normally take a little bit of time because we have to get your resume ready. Remember, we are not adding fake experience. Everything is real. So we are revising it to make sure that it is competitive and meets the marketplace, ensuring that it is ATS friendly, applicant tracking system friendly. The goal is to get you as many interviews as possible. So what we do through our career coach, who is an expert in the field, having 16 years experience in this industry, is that we are making sure that we know what employers are looking for, taking what you have and making sure that it is competitive. Personal and professional growth. As we talked about, all of those soft skills. Problem solving, communication, adaptability, things that employers care about in those job interviews and are looking for in their next employee. We work to develop that and to grow that. We also talk a little bit about how to utilize the current culture with the work culture, not overlapping or taking the beautiful international culture, but also how to blend where you come from with where you are now, ensuring that you stay true to your roots, but also how to adapt so that way you can fit in comfortably. We utilize all of these great skills so that way you can grow, develop, become professionals, and hopefully become managers and CEOs. These are all of the skills that we work on in our one-on-ones. Again, this happens from day one. And then, of course, there's the human aspect to it. You're going to have personalized one-on-one calls from day one, not only with your technical mentor, but as well as your career coach. You do have office hours. We do use the WhatsApp in case you need to immediately reach out to someone and would like to talk to someone, again, virtually. So there is a lot of human contact that goes into it. You are never alone in this program. You have human contact throughout the entire week, almost actually on a day-to-day basis. You will be seeing someone in this program to guide you through, as well as the emotional support. Let's break down.
Sorry, Michelle, before you move on to the next slide, I just want to announce, guys, if you have any questions regarding the program, regarding anything that what she's trying to explain, you can directly post it down in Q&A window. It's right below there, and we will be more than glad to answer those questions. So guys, please do ask questions. No question is a small or dumb question. We would be happy to answer those questions. So please feel free to post it down. All right. So yeah, Michelle, back to you.
Thank you, Pratchett. Thank you for that reminder about adding those questions. Awesome. So we actually Elevate Me offers 2 different learning paths that students can embark on. One is our 8-month program, the Data Analytics and Machine Learning course that is 8 months. This is geared for international students that are still in school, that are in their final semester, still yet to graduate. So those students that are still, as we said, in their bachelor's, their master's, that are still have a lot on their plate, right? That's in the final semester, that need a little bit more time. And this is monthly cohorts. All right, so if you're looking at when does this start, it starts monthly. And this is a 4-month mentor-led live project. That is, so it's going to be 4 months of experience that you're going to be working with your mentor in the 8 months. And then it's, of course, as you can see, 4 months additional. You have job application support from month 4. So in this program, job application support does not begin until month 4. However, you are working with your career coach from day 1. So that does not change. You are working one-on-one with your career coach. But in terms of submitting applications and getting your marketing started, that does not start until month 4, because we do know you're in your final semester. And so that you need to finish that first before we can begin your marketing, just in terms of the timing. We want to make sure that you have enough time to graduate, do your studies, focus on your final exams. Then let's take a look at our fast track program, our fast track data analytics and machine learning. And just as the name suggests, it is fast. I'm not going to lie, it is super duper fast, meant to get you in the door and out as quickly as possible. It is a 5-month program, but only 2 months is live support with your mentor. This is for international students who have already graduated. They're in some part of their OPT, possibly the STEM extension. So time is of the essence. They are looking for something and they need something now, which is why it is fast. See, this is how we get the names. We are enrolling on a weekly basis. So from day one, again, you will be working with your career coach because we know that time is of the essence and this is what you're looking for. The projects are 2 months led with your mentor versus our 4-month led. And then the job application support is flexible and it lasts for 4 months. What we mean by flexible is, again, as soon as you can get your resume competitive and in my hands, marketing starts. And all that type of conversation happens in our very first one-on-one that we have. All expectations are set. As I said, it could happen that very first week, but it usually takes about the 2 weeks to get everything going. And then we're up and running. I will share a little bit more about what that job application support in the next session, the next slide or two. So stay tuned, hence why you have to stick around. And you, by all means, please put those questions in there for us to answer after. Okay, let's take a look at our data analytics and machine learning course in a different light, and let's break it down a little bit. In your first month, you're going to be working with the live technical project as well as career coaching. So from day one, you will be working with your technical mentor as well as your career coach, working on the real-time project. That starts immediately. You will be having daily stand-ups, weekly office hours, all of that will start to happen. You will start building out a GitHub, all of this beautiful things. We continue to month 2. We're still working on our technical project, and you are still receiving career coaching. As month 1 and 2 are progressing, you are also building up your resume, your LinkedIn, you're working on mock interviewing, you're doing interview preparation, you're doing networking, salary negotiation, all different modules in the career platform to help you develop your skills. You're also doing areas in your technical, the live project. You're also doing mock technical interviews, getting you prepared. All of this happens simultaneously, and each week we break things down. We get into now month 3, still working on the real-time project. You're still having career coaching, and you will see your progression getting better. It is all meant to coincide with your studies, whether it be bachelor's or master's. So that way you feel confident that you can handle both. Now let's take a look at month 4. Month 4 changes a little bit. You have your live project, career coaching, and now the job application support process begins because you are ready for marketing. The resume is competitive. Your LinkedIn looks great. GitHub is awesome. And so now we are ready to put you out there. You feel confident to get out there, when you get those interviews, you're ready to just feel, yes, not only am I going to get the interviews, I'm going to get the second and the third and the final, based on all of the preparation we've done from months 1 through 4. So Michelle, what is job application support? I don't get it. I've been doing this nonstop myself. What are you going to do? Sit there and clap for me because I'm doing it? Does that mean support? Haha, no, it doesn't. What we mean by job application support means that we, on behalf of you, will be applying for 100 jobs per day on your behalf. This is why it is so important that your resume is competitive. We understand how tedious and how tiring it is to apply for jobs. We get that. So what we do is we apply for you so you can focus on all of the other aspects that go into this job search. We want you to be even better than you are now. We know how great you are now. We want you to be better to secure that job. So we handle the job search process. We handle applying for all the jobs that you want. That way your focus is on others. You will be notified when you get interviews. And then you move forward. That's pretty darn cool. I like it. That's what we mean by job application support. And now you feel confident, and now you're ready to secure all of those interviews. You still have your one-on-one career coaching. Now let's get into month 5. Your GitHub portfolio is competitive and it's done because now the project, the real lifetime project has ended. So your GitHub has now been finalized. You're still working with your career coach, so you still have that type of support, and the job application support continues. So now you're more focused on the career part of it as well as the job application support. At this time, we are confident that you are getting interviews and you are moving into those next rounds of the second and the third. So now we can get more into the salary negotiations. That's the fun part, because that's been all of the work that we've been doing up until month 5. Should you need mock technical interviews, our technical mentor is still available. We do not exclude you from that portion of it. You've still had that before, but we're now moving forward. And then months 6 through 8 is career coaching and job application support if you still need it. The cool thing is you have probably already secured an opportunity by now, which is why we give that 8-month money back guarantee, because we are so confident in this process and it has worked. This is why we give it. So should you still need us and should you still be here without an opportunity, you still have career coaching and job application support. It is still available up until month 8 for those of you that are still deciding and still unsure which opportunity to take. Imagine that for a moment. Pause and understand that statement. You get to decide which opportunity to choose because you've done all the hard work and so many people now want you. That is an awesome feeling. Folks, let's get into the fast track program. I just love saying fast track. It's pretty cool. This is a little bit different. As you see, it's not months, it's phases, just because it does move pretty quickly. Remember, this is for folks who have already graduated and they're in that OPT STEM process somewhere in there. Phase 1 is your foundational technical training where you can do your optional capstone project, but you also have one-on-one career coaching. This begins day 1. So that's why we call it phases, because everyone's going to come in a little bit different. Phase 2 is mentor-led. Your technical project training begins. That real-time project that we've been talking about begins, as well as the career coaching still continues. In phase 1 and phase 2, you are beginning your resume, your LinkedIn, the GitHub, all of that is still working in order to begin your marketing. All of that happens because, as you can see in phase 3, the project has concluded. Job application support has ramped up. So that is flexible. Your job application support is flexible. Getting your marketing, getting your materials done needs to happen in phase 1 and phase 2. So as long as all that happens, the job application supports by phase 3, and then we continue. Career coaching, as you see, is in all 3 phases. Career coaches never leave you throughout the entire process until you continue, until you secure that opportunity. And this is a 5-month. We are, again, very confident you will secure something within the time frame, going back to why you will have many offers on your plate. This is faster. It is geared towards people that have that 15 to 20 hours during their week that they can put in that time, really dedicate, really work with their technical mentors, really come to those career weekly sessions, and then really put in that career time to practice because they're so dedicated to getting that opportunity. Let's get into a little bit more about what our job search support looks like, because I have a feeling this was something that you were all desperately waiting and probably putting in all of those questions that we would like for you to put in the Q&A at the bottom of your screen. So you get career support with a career coach one-on-one from day one. The moment you enroll, the moment you get that welcome letter, your career coach's Calendly link is right there to set up a one-on-one. And if she's not seeing it on her calendar, she is sending you that email saying, let's schedule a time. Nobody forgets about you right then and there. You have the 100 job applications a day. Right? I'm not very good with math. I'm horrible with math, but I'm pretty sure I can do very, very simple 100 times 30. Pratchett, keep me honest here. Isn't that 3,000?
Correct. That is 3,000.
Oh my gosh. It's Friday afternoon and I got a math question correct. 3,000. Can you imagine? 3,000 in 1 month on your behalf. You're not doing that. For some of you, you have been doing thousands. I've heard that. But now imagine if somebody's doing it on your behalf, they're tailoring the resume for you. They're hitting all of the job boards to find the jobs for you. There are hundreds of job boards out there, folks, right? I'm aware of them. Our team is aware of them, and we are applying on all of them for you, all of the competitive ones. That's how we ensure you're going to get those interviews. You're going to have real-time experience added to your resume. We are honest and we are ethical. We do not lie. This is important because employers want to see that. That's also what makes us a disruptor in this marketplace. I love that we are disruptors. I love that we help you ensure that you are going to succeed in this career and this field. By adding real-time experience, you can feel confident when you speak about your resume. That speaks volumes. And then we're also giving you mock interview training from day one with your technical mentor as well as your career coach. So you will feel confident in how you speak, when you're speaking, and about what you're speaking. So it's not just, I'm going to give an interview, but now I know how to speak about my resume because it's real. That is powerful in the 2024 current situation. I love what Elevate Me does to help our international students succeed and achieve the American dream. It's awesome. You should feel good about it. You should feel proud that there are folks here like you who want to help you and give back. Awesome. Let's take a look at a sample resume of how you are going to be including the bootcamp into your resumes. So if you see Elevate Me Bootcamp is captured under the work experience, and you are listing yourself as a data analytics and machine learning trainee. The project details are also highlighted under the technical skills, and it's on the job training. You, city and state, we are a real brick and mortar location. We always welcome you to stop by. Our CEO always has the doors open for anyone who wants to come and visit, so you can see that we are real. You would put your start date -present. Listing as a trainee, depending on the course that you choose, you will either have the 300 hours or the 150, should you choose the fast track. And then you will have listing out the projects, whether it be the 2 capstones, should you decide to do that, as well as the real-time project. This is something that you can proudly speak about in your interviews. I hope you enjoyed this presentation with us. I loved giving it. I feel motivated to join this program if I wasn't already a part of this program, which I'm also always proud to be a part of. If you have questions, you want to talk to one of our admissions advisors who are available right now, please call us at 614-965-8005. You can also email us at info@elevateme.pro. And of course, check out our awesome website at elevateme.pro. Now we're going to turn over the fun part to our Q&A, and also my amazing co-host, Pratchett.
Hey, Michelle, thank you so much. It was a great presentation. Loved it. Very insightful and full of information. So yeah, guys, like Michelle said, if you guys want to reach out to us, if you're not already in contact with us, and if you're an international student looking for a full-time job, you can always give us a call at 614-965-8005 or visit us at elevateme.pro. It's ELEVATEME.pro, Pro. So guys, we are waiting for you guys to reach out to us and enroll with us. It will be a fun journey and very exciting for us and you both. All right, so we would switch to our Q&A session for now, but before that, we have two new faces here today, and that is Shani, that is the CEO of Elevate Me, he's right there, and our technical mentor, that is Archit, our technical mentor with data analytics and machine learning. If you guys have any question regarding technical part, he will be the one who will be answering them today. And rest, our CEO, if you want to introduce yourself, Shani.
Thank you, Prachit. So, just the audience here is most probably would be the international students that are in the US. So little background on my, in my story. I came here in 2013 as an international student, just like many of you or most of you. And I started my journey just like, everyone else. I studied upstate New York from State University of New York. I'm sure either you or many of your friends are in the same university. And then after the graduation, similarly, like, all the international students that have a struggle finding a job, I had to go through the same struggles, including, consultancies and fake resumes and stuff like that. So, unfortunately, every international student has to go through that. And then after I was lucky enough to land a job as a .NET developer. So I was an engineer doing programming. And then after, I have a company. I started a company where we are building a software for businesses. And now I have, lucky enough to give it back to the community. And I'm very passionate about helping international students personally. So I'm investing my own money here to help international students just like me, because there's a lot of struggle, there's a lot of scams that are happening in the market, which I personally don't like it. So I thought, rather than complaining about it, I should take a initiative and put my money where my mouth is. And I wanted to give it back to the community and try and help. So I have many connections and a lot of experience in this space. So I thought, why not utilize it and help out the international students in the US landing their first job. So that is why we have started Elevate Me, and I think we are going to be very successful because we have a great team, and we are going to help out a student a lot.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Sorry, Michelle, please go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just saying thank you. So no, go ahead.
All right. So yeah, thank you, Shani. That was very awesome. Very kind of you. Back to Archit, actually. Archit, you want to introduce yourself?
Sure, definitely. Thank you, Prachit. So, hello everyone. Welcome you all to the webinar. It's great to have you all here. Like Shani and Prachit, I was also an international student back in 2013. I came to the US. I pursued my telecommunications engineering from UT Dallas. I graduated in 2015. I got an opportunity to work in the industry as a data analyst, as a data scientist for like 5 6 years, and I've also been passionate about teaching, so I've been mentoring with various boot camps, and yeah, so I bring all that experience and I want to give back to the community. like Shani, I am also like passionate about this cause of helping international students. Simply for the reason because these consultancies, they are kind of milking the international students. They are not doing the right things. So yeah, we want to avoid all of that and help you get a genuine job and fulfill the American dream. So yeah, that's about me. Back to you, Prachit.
Awesome, Archit. That was a great introduction.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So, guys, if you have any question, all the students, whether you're on YouTube or on Zoom, guys, post it down in Q&A for Zoom and in the comment section for YouTube, and we will start asking questions. I will ask question and I will direct whoever I think is the best. If someone else thinks that, hey, I can also add something to this, please feel free to jump in that answer. And let's start our Q&A session. All right, so this question will be a perfect question for Shani. And like always, we get this question, which is, can I pay after I get a job?
Yes, absolutely. We have multiple payment options where we have partnered with the lending companies. So you can sign up and speak with our admission team. So once you clear the online assessment and you speak with our team, and if you feel like you are a good fit for this program, we will enroll you with our lending partner, where you do not have to pay anything right now, $0. And if you want to pay some upfront, of course you can. And then after you pay once you land a job. So it's gonna, the payment would start after 8 months. And at the same time, we have also money back guarantee program. So if you put in the work, if you are ready to work hard, we are also here to work hard, but we want to make sure only the right people that are ready to work hard joins this program. So yes, you can start with a $0 and you can pay after you land a job.
Awesome. I am sure that answers the question. If you have any more question, please feel free to add on that. All right, so next question is, when can I expect a job after I join the program? Okay, obviously the most important question, right? So who wanna take it? Shani, you wanna do it?
Yeah, I
Sure.
can do it, and maybe Michelle also.
Yeah, Michelle. Okay.
Well, in the past, what I've seen is if the student works hard, uh, I've seen 2 weeks, a month, people landing a job within a month. Some gets in a 2 month, and I've also seen the student, I work personally where I've seen them not landing a job at all. So what it tells is basically it's a two-way process. You as a student, you also have to put a work in. There is no magic wand here that I will just swing the wand and you get a job. The reality is you put in the work, and if you put in the work, I believe you will be able to land a job within 2 months. If you are a reasonable student and you put in the work, I think 2 months is a realistic. But again, it depends a person to person. Michelle, over to you. You want to add something?
Thank you, Shani. Actually, that was pretty much what I was going to say, is that it depends on the person, but I've seen people, a month to 2 months, depending on the effort of the student. And then I've seen they haven't. On our end, we provide them with everything. We give them all the resources. We teach them how to do everything, but it really depends on each individual, how much effort they're doing, what they're doing behind the scenes. There's just so much in front of us, but it's really behind the scenes, the effort, how much gas they're putting on that pedal to continue, even when it gets a little bit tough. But even if they're tough as the first week, as long as they keep on going, they can secure a job as quickly as possible. And it doesn't matter what the market is dictating, what the news is saying. We've all seen success very quickly. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I would like to add one more thing. When Michelle says behind the scene work is very important. So for example, our team, we put in a lot of work to prepare you for the interviews, right? That is one of the thing we do where we focus heavily. So when we are preparing for an interview, we ask you to do certain things, right? Make sure you are, you have a nice lighting in your room, you have a nice camera on your laptop. So things like that. Now that work has to be put in order to become successful. You have to practice the interview. You have to work with us, mock interviews. So that those, the more you put in, the more you get out of it. So it's a simple formula.
All right, so I hope that answers the question, but there is one connected question, I believe. So I will ask that question, which is, as a student, what will I need to do to secure that job? So what kind of efforts I think you're talking about? Michelle, you want to take that?
Sure. Thank you for that question. So there's a variety of different things. So first off the bat is the dedication to our program, attending the weekly one-on-ones with myself, attending the daily stand-ups with Archit, the mock interviews with myself and Archit, completing the project with Archit, if any questions you have for him. So there's all the requirements from our program that needs to happen. And then on top of that, in terms of preparing additional is making sure your resume is competitive, that we help you with. When we're giving you the mock interviews is then continuously practicing. It's not just a one time, is what else do you need to do in terms of the practicing, making sure you're going through that checklist of preparing. And then continuous, using your LinkedIn to optimize, to making connections, to networking. So there are things of that nature. So, I mean, practicing, being proactive, that's going to be a really big thing, and going for it. But it's really going to be practicing and preparing. I mean, that's just in a nutshell. There's a lot more to it, but that's going to be how. And then, of course, when you're in the interview, is that giving it your very best. That's going to be at the end of the day, is giving it your very best. And then, really trying. And all of these things that we help you with to ensure that that's actually happening.
Perfect. Yeah, I think that answers the question pretty much. Right. This question, again, whoever wants to take it, is how many interviews can you provide?
I can take that. So
Sure.
I would say, if the prior to the interview, there is a step before where you start receiving the calls from the recruiters or the hiring managers. So you receive a lot of calls every day. So when our team is doing job applications, you will start receiving the calls. Not just that, you will receive a calls from our hiring partners as well. Now it is important that you don't miss those calls, right? So if you are taking those calls very seriously, you are representing yourself very nicely. In that case, I'm expecting that as soon as the marketing start, from week 2, you will be start seeing the interviews scheduling. So every week you are looking at between 1 to 3 interviews getting scheduled. And when I say interviews, these are the decision-making rounds, okay, where your interview is being taken by the decision maker. They are testing your skill, they are testing your technical skills. So that is how the process goes. Now, again, remember, it's very similar. My answer is, there is an important step that you have to perform, which is never miss a single call. I remember in my early days when I was looking for a job and when I was about to graduate, I used to, like, for example, if I'm eating or if I'm having breakfast and if I receive a call, I would take those calls. There was a time when I was in a shower and if I receive a call, I would pick up a call and I say, hey, I'm occupied right now. Can I give you a call back after 5 minutes or after 10 minutes? So I've done such things personally. So it again goes back to the seriousness, right? It is a very serious thing to find a job. So that stage has to be performed really, really well.
Perfect. I hope that answers the question. It was an awesome question, actually. Okay, this one is a good one. Do you guys apply for full-time jobs, or what kind of jobs do you guys apply for? Is a better question.
So Oh, Shani, do you want to take it or you want me to take it?
Yeah, you can take it, Michelle.
Okay, thank you. So yes, thank you for asking that question. Yes, we do apply for full-time jobs. We do understand what the pressure that you're under regarding your status. So it is all full-time jobs with reputable companies. Given the requirements that you all are under, that is what we are looking for specifically. We don't go for anything part-time or volunteer or anything that is not going to match up with the requirements of an OPT, a STEM, or the H-1B. So yes.
Okay. All right, Shani, you want to add on this? Okay.
Sorry, yeah, one more thing, Prachit. Not just that, like we also make sure that the primary focus would be to apply for the jobs that sponsors the visa, because there's gonna be H1 visa need. So we make sure of that. But again, we apply those. Also, there is a contracting jobs as well, which is very few in compared to full time. But we still apply those as well, just in case, if there is any opportunity of contract to hire. So we go after those as well.
Whatever is the fastest, right? But a full time. Okay. All right. Michelle, I believe this is question for you. How do I know what program to pick between the DAML course versus the fast track course? Okay. So regular DAML, I think they're talking about
Okay, so either the 8-month or the
5 month.
5-month.
The fast track, yeah.
Right. So yeah, great question. So usually we try and differentiate if you are currently in school, right, in your bachelor's or your master's, last semester, last year, you are better suited for the DAML, the 8-month program. That way you have enough time and there's not as much pressure on you because it is a little bit longer and you have time for your studies as well as the program. The fast track program is geared towards individuals that have already graduated, whether it be in 2023, 2024, because it is very fast. It is very intense. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. And we have found that it's very hard if you are currently in school to keep up with your studies as well as this program. It is very compact to get folks who need it out the door, as we say, to get a job as quickly as possible, where the 8-month, it is structured for folks that have a little bit more time. So if you're still unsure, of course, call an admissions advisor. They can gear you towards that, but I would just stop and think, are you still in school or are you out of school? That should answer that question of the 8-month or the 5-month.
Perfect. I think that was an excellent answer and sums it up. If Shani, you want to add anything, or else I can switch on to next question. All right. So the next question, Archit, this is for you. Okay. What technologies you will be covering for the DAML course?
Sure, yeah. So we'll be using primarily Microsoft Azure, and in that we'll be working with Azure SQL. We'll be working with Azure ML Studio. We'll be utilizing a lot of SQL, a lot of Python skills. We'll be using libraries like Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib, Seaborn, and at the end, for visualization purposes, for dashboarding purposes, we'll be using Power BI or Tableau. So these are the primary skills that are going to be used in the live project. Yeah.
Perfect. Oh, that's great. All right. This question is interesting. Is my certification from you guys useful for the companies that I apply for? Who want to take this question?
Can you repeat the question? What was the
Sure.
question?
So is the certification that Elevate Me provides them, is it any useful to the companies that they apply for?
Yes. Oh, the previous companies that they have applied for.
No. If they are
Yeah.
doing a job application and showing that, hey, they have got the certification from Elevate Me, like how
Yeah.
it will be
So
helping them.
actually, it would be one of the best thing you can ever do, and I'll explain you why. So what has happened in the industry right now, the international student, where their resume is reaching to the hiring manager, they are actually not trusting their resume. And the reason behind that is there is a lot of fake resumes are, going around in the market. So immediately, like those international students' resumes are getting rejected in lot of companies. As a matter of fact, many companies have blacklisted many of the international students. So what it means is in overall industry, the trust has gone down drastically. So right now the trust level is at maybe 5 out of 10 in the overall in the industry. Now with Elevate Me, how we are solving this problem is, yes, of course, we are helping you to land a job and everything, but the bigger picture here is, the bigger mission here is to re-establish the trust within the industry for the international students. So the trust that is right now at a 5, we want to bring it to up to 8, 9, or 10 with the international student. So how are we doing that is, you are going to receive a certificate from Elevate Me. But remember, this certificate is not like produced in-house. It has the government badge on it. So we are certified by the Ohio State of Career and Board School, right? So what happens is, when we are actually have to be compliant with the state of Ohio. We have to submit all the records, student records, and they are overseeing all of our operations of our school. Now, when you receive a certificate and when you going to put in your resume and represent this certificate to the hiring manager or the hiring employer, they are going to trust you further. So the trust level, which is right now down, it is going to increase. So that's what's happening. So I believe this is one of the most valuable thing as an international students you can do, because the employer is going to trust you because of not just because of the Elevate Me, but the state of Ohio. They're going to trust that authority. They're going to trust the government. So yes, in a short, really, really helpful.
Awesome. Yeah. I believe that that was a great answer, Shani. Thank you. All right. Okay. This question may be more for Archit side. Let's try him. What will my resume look like with the live project and certification on it?
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, go ahead.
sorry, Archit. No. Answer.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So, yeah, what we are gonna do is like the live project is basically you're gonna do is going to be from a company which is in the tech and entertainment space, right? So it's gonna be a 7 GB database which is gonna be hosted on Azure SQL, and you're going to build analytics and machine learning capabilities on it. You're going to forecast the revenue, profitability, those kind of things, right? So, like when you put that on your resume, it will definitely elevate your resume. It will take it to another level because you will be working in a real-time environment, right? So it does not it's not an everyday thing that like all these technologies are coming integrated into one place at one time in a project, right? You're going to be using Azure ML Studio, SQL, Python, Azure SQL database, right? So all these technologies are going to be integrated at one place. So that will prepare you for the projects that you can expect in the industry, right? So that is going to make your resume shine. Also, then what we'll be doing is we'll be having the daily stand-up meetings. You will have one-on-one meetings with me, so you will get an opportunity to do teamwork, collaborate with your team members, speak to me directly about the project if you have any doubts. So all that knowledge, like when we are gonna put on your resume, so yeah, it will definitely make it shine.
And one more thing I would like to add here, another reason that we are having this live project here is, as you work with the project along with the team and Archit, you are going to acquire some soft skills that is very much required along with the technical skills. So what are these soft skills? Is the communication, proactiveness, how to effectively present yourself, then how do you work within the team, how do you join stand-ups, how do you set up meetings, how do you accept, how do you decline, how do you deploy the code, how do you, what are the things you have to make sure. So these soft skills that actually, if you do not have a experience, you do not receive these soft skills. So it is very much needed that you work in the US based culture to acquire such skills. So you might have heard like a lot of consultancies put the fake experience, the US based experience. The reason that they are doing it, because the US based hiring managers, they are looking for the US experience, which is much different than the India experience. And that is why it is important that you work in the US to understand those soft skills, because it's very different from any other country, India, China, any country that you are from, right? And that is why we have the team, like Archit is based out of US. And that is the exact reason that we have kept this team in the US.
Perfect. Yep. That answers it all. So guys, we have many questions coming up right now, but guys, we won't be able to answer those questions because we have a hard stop at 4 and we are almost there. But guys, if you have any more question regarding anything, please feel free to call us. Or if you are already connected to the one of our admissions advisor, you can directly ask them this and they would be more than glad to answer those questions for you. If not, we would be back here on the same channel for the Zoom next week at the same time, and we will be again taking the whole webinar and happy to answer every single question that you guys have. And meantime, I hope you guys stay connected with our admissions advisor, enroll with us and check us out, and it will be the best step that you would have taken for your career towards the finding a job in the IT, especially if you're looking for that first job in the US, it would be a great start for you guys. So guys, if you want to contact us, our phone number is 614-965-8005, or you can simply go on our website, that is elevateme.pro, and our phone number, our email address, everything is mentioned there. Or you can directly talk to our admissions advisor, obviously, if you're already in contact with them, and enroll with us, and we will see you there. If not, then we will be back here next week at the same time, same place. Until then, enjoy your weekend, and guys, be safe. Best of luck for your journey. Thank you.